Hey loves, it's Brianna K. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a Q&A. I asked you over on Instagram to leave me some questions and you guys left so many, so let's get right into it. All right, somebody asked, how old are you? I am 37 years young. Someone also asked, what's your sign? I am December 9th, so I'm a Sagittarius. Someone asked my favorite color. It is rose gold. These two are kind of similar. Someone asked what's your favorite drink and what's your favorite wine. So my two favorite drinks, if I'm talking like alcohol, it's either red wine. You guys know Apothic is my favorite, still not sponsored. I do really like Caymus red blends though, and I had so much fun on a Napa trip where I tried all these different red wines. There are so many that's so good. So I really like red blends is generally what I prefer. But then I'm a tequila girl. So usually my drink, like when I was in Miami last weekend, it's some kind of a very unsweetened, skinny style margarita, or I usually just get like a really good tequila with soda water and a lot of lime. Over ice though, for sure. Somebody asked, can I take you on a date? Well, sir, we'll see. This question ties into that. It says, curious minds want to know, who is the special guy making you glow this much? Well, I hate to bust your bubble, but there isn't anybody. Honestly, I'm in a place right now where I'm just gonna be taking a break from dating. I think that I wanna just put my energy into my kids and into my business, and I have Hawaii coming up in about a month and a half. It's gonna be, this month it's Landon's 10th birthday, Presley's 8th birthday is next month. I just feel like there's so many things from, once it's Easter and Landon's birthday, then it's gonna be Mother's Day, then it's gonna be Presley's birthday, then it's all the end of the school year, field trips, parties, activities, dance recitals, and then we go to Hawaii. So I honestly don't even feel like it would be fair for me to start dating anybody right now, especially because, you know, I'm located here in Cleveland. I've done some long distance dating and I feel like both people have to really want to make it work. So I'm not saying I would never do that again, but it has to be that both people really want it to work and consistently see each other. So nope, there's no guy making this glow. It's just, I think, partially some sun in Miami. I also got a spray tan before I went. I also have really improved my skincare routine. I feel like I've done a lot of things lately just to elevate that. So that's what's responsible for the glow. Okay, next question is, what is your perfect Mother's Day? My perfect Mother's Day would be going to get a massage, and then hopefully the weather would be nice so I could go to the beach, read a book, and just spend the day relaxing and in the sunshine and by the water. But I do have the most perfect Mother's Day gift idea. Check out StoryWorth, and a huge thank you to StoryWorth for sponsoring today's video. I've gotten StoryWorth for my mom and grandma for Mother's Day. Also keep it in mind for Father's Day because I've gotten it for my grandpa as well, along with my great aunt for her birthday. And I wish I could have gotten it for my dad before he passed away, because what StoryWorth is every single week for a year, your loved one is sent a prompt, and the prompts are really, really cute. For example, my most memorable birthday, which people have been the kindest to you in your life, what things are most important to you in a home. They're all just such cool ways to get to know your loved one and hear these beautiful stories. And so many of them I didn't even know. I love reading about my grandma and my grandpa's childhood and finding things out about my mom I never knew and about my aunt that I never knew. And at the end of the year, then all their stories, so 52 stories, get bound in this beautiful hardcover book. It's just such great quality, and I know this is gonna be passed down generation to generation. It also makes the perfect last minute gift because it's delivered via email. For $10 off your year-long StoryWorth subscription and hardcover book, you can use the link down in my description box below, or you can scan the QR code that I will have here on the screen. And just thank you so much to StoryWorth for capturing my family's memories in such a beautiful way and for sponsoring today's video. There's another, are you seeing someone? No. Single, not mingles. Single, not singly, not mingling. Someone asked, what is your relationship with God in this season? Basically, I'm just putting my trust in him. I think this has all been such a big plan, and I've seen so many dots connected over the years. I think the biggest is with YouTube, of just how everything in my life leading up to YouTube led me here. And I could have never told you as a kid that I wanted to be a YouTuber because it didn't exist. And so I just have to believe that everything that's happening now is because something so much bigger and better than I could even imagine exists out there for me. and I'm just gonna trust him, see where it goes. Somebody asked, do you think you will all get another pup? I think I talked about this in my last video, but I am not ready for that right now. I'm definitely a dog person. I mean, I love Kailua. You guys see, I kind of treat her like a dog and she hates me for it. So I'm definitely a dog person. And I can see us getting another dog. I think the kids really, they would have had another dog yesterday if I would have let them. It's just, I'm not ready yet. Like, Coley was such a big part of my heart and I'm not ready yet. But I think it's one of those things, like, God will bring a puppy in at the right time. Yes, are you a fan of F1, and if so, what team? I have heard that these races are so fun, so I do want to go to one because I love going to see all the games in person. I'm not somebody who likes to watch sports on TV. I have to be in person or I'm not interested. I like to feel the energy. I like to be there on the scene. So maybe I can try to go in a F1 race and see. This is a funny question. It says, do your neighbors know you're a YouTuber? Yeah, I'm pretty sure they all know that I'm a YouTuber. This one says, favorite spring Bath and Body Works candle. The one, oh shoot, what is called Waikiki Beach, I think is what it's called. It's one of the Hawaii tropical ones and it smells so good. Ooh, this one, read any good books lately? Can you give me book recommendations? Because like I just said, I want a really good book to read for Mother's Day. And when I'm in Hawaii, I want good books. That's like my favorite thing, is to sit outside and read books. So will you leave your book recommendations for me down in the comments, please? All right, this question is, I want to know how much protein you take a day, steps a day, workout routine. You look amazing. Thank you. Also, do you use anything on your belly? Body skincare tips. Again, you look amazing. Thank you. Aw. Protein, like as much as I can. I've read that you're supposed to have a gram for how much you weigh. So, I mean, I never honestly really step on a scale just because of my past history. I don't like it to like mentally mess with me, but I would guess I'm probably between 125 to 130 pounds based on how my clothes fit me. So I try to aim for somewhere around there. And then do you use anything on your belly? I mean, I just use body lotion all over my body. I try to always like stay very hydrated and moisturize my skin. And like I said, I've definitely elevated my skincare routine. I've invested in a lot of, honestly, Christian Dior products because I have a really good friend who works for Christian Dior and she has given me so many amazing recommendations. So I feel like it's just really helped my skin a lot. Somebody asked, can you do a makeup tutorial? So do you guys want to see that? Because I know I usually do more cleaning and day in the life, and I guess like here and there I do Q&As like this. But do you guys want me to do a video where I show my makeup routine and where I do my entire skincare tutorial? Do you want to see that? Let me know down in the comments. This one's interesting. Do you ever miss your ex-husband? I think it would be abnormal not to. Like, that's a man who, he's the father of my kids, and I spent like 10 years of my life with him, so almost a quarter of my life. And he's a wonderful dad. I still co-parent with him. And of course, like I hope over time we can become way better friends. But yeah, of course I miss the good times. I think that's very normal. I think no matter how long or short of a period of time you spend with somebody, if you had really good times with them, I think it's really normal to miss them. And this question, kind of in line with it, do you like your ex's girlfriend? I think she is so sweet to my kids, just from what I see that she posts with them and like what they tell me. I really appreciate that she is very, very good to them when they are with them. So yeah, this one, I didn't mean to gatekeep this if I did, because I don't think I've ever talked about it. Do you have a house cleaner? Honestly, please. I have one who comes either once or twice a month. It kind of depends how much I need it. It's usually 2 times a month, so like every 2 weeks, but sometimes I'll only have her come once because obviously like I do a lot of cleaning myself and everything like that, or if I'm out of town, I don't really need it. But it is just really helpful to have somebody come in and do a deep clean of everything. A deep clean of every bathroom, a deep clean of the kitchen, deep clean, you know, all the toilets. I mean, I keep up on the toilets just because I think they're so gross if they're not cleaned regularly, but especially with 3 little kids, and I mean, we're done with potty training, but especially during potty training, I feel like that's when I'm like really anal about cleaning the toilets. No, not really a pun intended, but never mind. But yes, so I feel like that is something that for me, I've worked it into my budget just so that I get a little bit of help in that area, because it is a lot just for one person to be doing it all the time. And my kids are getting a little bit older now, so I do think I can start having them pitch in a little bit more with their chores of certain things that they're able to do cleaning. I should be doing more of that. Like now with their birthdays coming up, I'm like, oh, that might be a good thing to sort of reset on. Maybe when we get back from Hawaii, since they're 8 and 10 now, of some things that they can be doing. I've definitely taught Landon like how to do laundry at this point so that he can start doing his own laundry, things like that. But yeah, I think no shame in the game if you need somebody to come help you with the cleaning. It's such a mental release. This question, are you going to build the next house? Will you get land and have chickens? I personally will not ever have chickens. I'm terrified of birds. It's one of my phobias. Definitely afraid of birds. But I would love to build a house. That is definitely on my bucket list, things I'm dreaming about doing. And I don't think I would need like a ton of land, but obviously if it's a beautiful property, isn't that like the dream? Do you find it hard to date with 3 kids? I feel like no guy is interested in me because I come with 3. All right, I'm gonna give you a little pep talk. You might not be everybody's cup of tea, but no one is, right? Every guy out there is not for you, so it would be silly to assume that you're for every guy. But there is going to be a man out there who's going to be like, wow, I admire her so much. Look at how beautifully she's handling raising these 3 kids on her own. I admire and I respect her so much, and he's gonna fall in love with you because of how good of a person you are, how good of a mom you are, how amazing you are, and do not let that block you or think that people aren't going to be interested in you, because the right one will. And the most important thing is that you really like them. Do not settle because you think that somebody doesn't want you because you have 3 kids. Do not settle. Promise me. I have a couple of the repeating questions of like, how did you know whether to stay or go? How did you know it's time to end your marriage? I talked about this on the podcast. I'm pretty sure me and Ashley talked about this on the one episode, but I think it's a little bit different for everyone and the circumstances. I feel like you just know. I feel like you just know when either there's been a trust broken or so much built up resentment that you're not going to be able to overcome it, or that it's not a healthy example for your kids anymore if you have children. Again, it's lots of different circumstances, but I think you just know when you've reached that breaking point. And if you are not happy, and I say this to any human out there, any human, it is your right to happiness. It's your right to be happy. It's your right to have a good life. But especially for mothers, the biggest indicator of a child's success is if mom is happy. Not the dad, it's if mom is happy. So if you day to day are not happy, that's really gonna negatively impact your kids in the long run. And so for me, that's kind of what I would say is like, if really on a daily basis you're not happy, it's not good for you. It's also really not good for the kids. So I know it's a really tough decision. I know those of you who are asking if you're going through something really hard, like I just want to reach to the screen and like give you a big hug. And I can tell you it is the hardest decision you're probably ever going to make in your life. I can't tell you a harder decision I made than that one. And how there's probably going to be really low, sad moments, but I mean, I don't know. You guys are observing my life here. I've had it on the internet for the last 10 years. I feel like I am in a better place as a person in so many ways than I've ever been. Despite all the really like hard decisions I had to make and all the hard things that I had to go through, I feel like it's not perfect, but I'm definitely happier, I feel like, than I've ever been. So I'm just like so much calmer of a mom too. I feel like I've never been as good of a mom as I am right now. And honestly, that's all that matters to me. That's why I'm like, I don't even care about dating. I don't even want to spend the energy on it right now, because I would rather just spend it on the kids and on the podcast and my business and myself and my friends who've been there for me through all of this. And yeah, this question is, where do you get the motivation to work out so much? So I probably work out at minimum 5 days a week, but I try to go every day if I can. I just feel like for my mental health, it's usually so much better. I just can't necessarily always do it with everything on the schedule. But my motivation is the kids, because if you haven't been around, like my dad passed away very young from MS. And if you know anything about autoimmune diseases, it has a lot to do with the amount of stress that or trauma that you're experiencing or have like held in your body. And I feel like I need to do that workout to release that stress and get all that negativity out of my system, and also just to maintain my health. So I feel like they're who gives me the motivation basically to do everything in life is those 3 kids. All right, this question is how to be confident on first date. It's been 5 years. Okay, first of all, I want you to remember this from the guy's perspective. This man is probably so nervous and so afraid of rejection to ask you out. And he's gonna show up to this date so excited because he's gonna be like, okay, I get the prize of going on a date with this beautiful woman. So just like keep that in mind. Like he's asking you out and you're going on this date because he thinks you're beautiful. He's so excited to get to know you. So keep that in mind first and foremost. Secondly, the date is simply for you to figure out if you like this person. You don't need to try to win him over. You don't need to impress him. You've already done that he's taking you out on this date. So I always think though, feel confident. Take time on your hair and makeup. Wear an outfit that you really love. Obviously, like depending on the date, whatever is appropriate, but wear whatever is appropriate that you feel really, really confident and comfortable in. Don't wear anything like, I don't know, for example, like even a top like this, like if you're constantly gonna be like fumbling with the bow and like making sure it's tied properly or like fixing straps or something like that, don't wear an outfit like that. Wear something that you're very comfortable in, confident, where you can be composed, and simply just show up to have fun and to get to know him and figure out, do you like him? It has nothing to do with, you don't have to prove yourself, you don't have to get him to like you, just figure out, do you like him? That's all that a first date should be about. Figure out if you like him enough to go out with him a second time. All right, my battery is flashing at me, so I probably have time for one more question. This one's interesting. It says, are you ever sad, angry, lonely at weddings or bachelorettes? I did, and now I feel bad for it. Oh, don't feel bad. I think those feelings are probably very normal because you want it yourself. And I think I've always been really understanding, especially when people in the comments are really mean to me or when they've done like really horrible things, is because they wanted like what you're doing or what you have. And I definitely am jealous. Like when I see people in like really loving, cute relationships, I see that, you know, all over Instagram and in real life, and I'm like, I want that. Like, of course, if it's what you want, how could you not feel those feelings? But I also feel like you have to be happy for that person, and that's gonna get you to where you wanna be so much faster. If you sit in the jealousy and you sit in the anger and you sit in the sadness, it's gonna be so much longer till you get what you want and get to where they are. And if you can shift it into the things you're happy for them and how, you know, those things are the things that you want for yourself, like put a name on it. Be like, I want a husband who sends a round of drinks when we're all out on a bachelorette party because I think that's the sweetest thing in the world. Or I'm so excited, like frame it in you're excited. Like I'm so excited that my husband's gonna text me to make sure I got back to the hotel every night because he loves me so much. And it'll happen for you. It'll happen for you. And God is probably making you wait. I tell myself this all the time. God's making you wait because he has something bigger and better planned for you than you could ever imagine. And that goes for anything in life. So anybody out there, if there's something that you want so bad right now and you don't have it yet, it's probably because God has an even bigger, better version of it coming for you. So don't lose faith and stay as happy and positive as you can for other people, and it's gonna come a lot faster for you when God sees that you have a pure and happy heart. But okay, the battery is flashing at me. I'm going to charge the battery and we'll have part 2 coming up.